The story of Coca-Cola begins in 1886, not as a refreshing soda with any connection to Christmas, but as a medicinal tonic. Dr. John Stith Pemberton, a pharmacist in Atlanta, created the original formula as a remedy for common ailments like headaches and fatigue. Marketed as a brain tonic and stimulant, the first iteration of Coca-Cola contained coca leaf extract. Yes, a source of cocaine and caffeine-rich cola nut. Mixed with carbonated water, it became a fountain drink that sold for just 5 cents a glass. Pemberton's concoction was far from the global icon it is today. It wasn't even particularly popular at first, but after business-savvy investor Asa Candler acquired the rights to Coca-Cola, he transformed it into a household name by focusing on aggressive marketing and distribution. By the early 20th century, Coca-Cola had become one of America's favorite beverages. Still, it had a seasonal problem. While people loved Coke in the heat of summer, winter sales were a different story. The chilly months didn't lend themselves to drinking a cold, fizzy soda. To sustain year-round success, Coca-Cola needed a way to make itself relevant during winter. They found their answer, which was to hijack the magic of Christmas. From medicinal drink to holiday staple. By the 1920s, Coca-Cola's marketing focus had shifted from emphasizing its origins as a medicinal tonic to selling it as a beverage that symbolized joy and refreshment. Yet despite their best efforts, winter sales lagged behind those of summer. After all, it's not intuitive to crave an ice-cold drink when you're bundled up in front of a fire. But what if Coca-Cola could embed itself in the very heart of winter culture? What if, instead of fighting the season, it could become part of its most cherished celebration? They realized that Christmas, with its universal themes of joy, family, and nostalgia, was the perfect opportunity to position Coca-Cola as a beverage for every season. Crafting a Christmas icon. Before Coca-Cola stepped into the picture, Santa Claus was already a familiar figure in Western culture. His origins can be traced back centuries to the legend of St. Nicholas, a 4th-century bishop renowned for his generosity. Over time, this figure merged with other traditions such as the Dutch Sinterklaas and the English Father Christmas, eventually evolving into the Santa Claus we know today. By the late 19th century, Santa was often depicted as a cheerful, round man dressed in red, thanks to the influence of Clement Clarke Moore's 1823 poem, A Visit from St. Nicholas, and the illustrations of Thomas Nast. But Santa's appearance was far from consistent. Sometimes he wore green, other times he was a slender figure or even a stern-looking guy. In 1931, Coca-Cola hired illustrator Haddon Sundblom to create a new version of Santa for their holiday advertising campaigns. Sundblom's Santa was unlike any other, cheerful, warm, and grandfatherly, with rosy cheeks, a flowing white beard, and an unmistakable red suit. Most importantly, he held a bottle of Coca-Cola, reinforcing the idea that even Santa needed to pause for refreshment. The campaign was an immediate success. The ads, which ran in magazines, struck a chord with audiences and became an annual tradition. For over 3 decades, Sundblom continued to paint new variations of Coca-Cola's Santa, ensuring that his version remained consistent in people's minds. While Coca-Cola didn't invent the concept of Santa or his red suit, they certainly cemented this specific image as the definitive version. Through relentless advertising, they made their Santa synonymous with Christmas itself. So what's the psychology behind the strategy? Coca-Cola's marketing success wasn't just about repetition. Their campaigns leveraged the concept of classical conditioning, famously demonstrated by Russian psychologist Ivan Pavlov. Pavlov's experiments showed that animals could form associations between unrelated stimuli. In his case, dogs were conditioned to associate the sound of a bell with food, eventually salivating at the bell alone. Coca-Cola applied this principle to their holiday advertising. People already have strong positive feelings about Christmas: joy, family, warmth, and nostalgia. By repeatedly pairing those emotions with images of Santa drinking Coke, Coca-Cola conditioned consumers to associate their product with the holiday's magic. This strategy was particularly effective with children. For young audiences, seeing Santa a symbol of excitement and wonder, holding a Coke created a lifelong emotional connection between the drink and the holiday season. Coca-Cola's holiday campaigns haven't been without criticism, though. Health advocates have frequently pointed out that the company's efforts to associate sugary drinks with Christmas joy are at odds with the reality of rising obesity and diabetes rates. Some have even called for Coca-Cola's holiday truck tours to be banned, arguing that they promote unhealthy lifestyles, especially among children. Despite these concerns, Coca-Cola's campaigns remain a beloved part of holiday traditions for many. Why Coca-Cola's Christmas strategy work? Well, marketing succeeded for one simple reason: consistency. The company's branding, its red and white color scheme, classic logo, and timeless product has remained largely unchanged for over a century. This stability allowed Coca-Cola to build a sense of tradition around its holiday campaigns. Year after year, people came to expect the same images of Santa with his Coke. These ads didn't just sell a product, they sold a feeling of nostalgia and continuity. Today, brands from supermarkets to tech companies pour millions into emotionally driven holiday ads in an attempt to replicate Coca-Cola's success. However, few have managed to achieve the same level of cultural ubiquity. For many, Coca-Cola's holiday ads are as much a part of Christmas as carols and mistletoe. Their consistent presence over nearly a century has made them an enduring symbol of the season. Today, the arrival of Coca-Cola's holiday ads signals the start of the festive season for millions. And while the company didn't literally steal Christmas, they successfully claim a prominent place in its celebrations. Through clever branding, psychological insight, and relentless consistency, Coca-Cola turned a simple fizzy drink into a cherished part of holiday tradition. Thank you for sticking with us. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment on one thing that inspired you, and let us know whether Coke or Pepsi is for you. Also, don't forget to subscribe and be sure to check out other exciting content on our channel. Until next time, stay inspired,